Or like he duct taped it to Omaeda's Zanpakuto, and then when he blocked it, it flew off and hit him right in the mouth.
I've got you a dream team you wouldn't even fucking believe. I get a guy who can shoot 1,400 arrows per second. And on one of those arrows, little sappy boy.
Yeah, that thing seems perfect.
Warning, this Bleach podcast features mini spoilers from the upcoming anime arc 1,000 Year Blood War. So if you've not read the manga or you do not want to hear spoilers for the upcoming arc, viewer discretion is advised.
What is up? Welcome to Bleach Boys. We're kicking it off. We did episodes 273 to 278. We get lots of stuff happening. We end with the Visoreds showing up, which they have a cool moment for a little bit.
Yeah. Doesn't last very long.
So do you feel like they had to do the turn back the pendulum arc? Because I think they gave us a very good
Okay, so the Visoreds show up, for those of you who don't remember. The Visoreds show up, and it's not just like a yo. It's like a yo, here's our flashback really quickly.
And then end scene.
Yeah,
it's like, well,
Best impression of Aizen's face afterwards.
He looked disgusted. he looked absolutely fucking disgusted that they dare set their foot.
You know what it looked like? It's like, you know, the two girls that get upset and then they wear the same prom dress and one of them hates the other one. They're like, you disgusting bitch. Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Jose's been through a lot.
Yeah, very specific example from Jose.
Yeah. Someone wore the same prom dress as me. I'm sorry, guys.
I remember obviously the Visoreds showing up. I feel like everybody who's ever watched Bleach knows the scene where they show up because it's the famous like pose.
Yeah, everyone's like, boo.
If you Google the picture, like if you Google Visoreds, that's probably the first picture that comes up is their group pose.
So would you say these last 6 episodes were the most iconic things we've watched or like seen?
No.
Well, we had fucking Hitsugaya.
No.
Okay.
No. But it's like
We're talking about infamy with that one.
Yeah.
So they show up, right? And it's like, oh, cool, they're about to kick ass. I do not like that they did the flashbacks.
They could have ended it, like snapped it right there.
I understand. You got to think if we were watching this weekly, it has been a very long time.
It's been what, 3 or 4? No, like 6 weeks since we watched.
Yeah.
The turn back the pendulum.
Been a very because we did we did the whole arc, the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc. We did the whole Zanpakuto Rebellion, so it's been a very long time.
It was almost a year.
And the last time we left them, they were just leaving the fucking warehouse.
So I get the point. Like,
took them a whole year.
If I take myself out of the series, why they're like, hey, don't forget this thing, because it's been over a year.
Yeah.
I think you said that for the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc. It went over a year.
That was 40. That was 40 episodes.
Yeah.
So
it's been a long time if you were doing it weekly, but it really slows down the momentum of them showing up, and it's like, oh, sick, and then they spend. It was only like 2 minutes, but it's still like the momentum is ruined when I have to go back in time and see.
I see. The way I think they should have done it is they say, yo, cut, and then next week do that bullshit.
Yes.
Like, that would have been fucking dope.
Well, they already do so much recaps at the before the credits, like we talked about last time.
Yeah.
And after the intro.
Jesus Christ.
It feels like, they don't give a fuck this entire, like, arc. They just gave up.
They
on,
spoiled
like,
the fucking first episode
They did
we watched.
the little thing. So if for some reason you didn't watch last episode and you're watching this one, they do a thing before the intro where they basically show you a bunch of stuff that's going to happen from this current episode, like little flashes.
Kind of like pick the good bits.
Kind of like current YouTube meta, except they show multiple different scenes.
Yeah.
They do it good one time, and I was really happy about that. That's what Josh was talking about. Is they show Hitsugaya getting cut in half.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's sick. Like, that's the way to do it. Like, if you were watching the episode for the first time, you're like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like Hitsugaya gets cut in half? What the fuck? Because in the manga, which we've talked about this before, I think very early on in Bleach Boys, we talked about this, where one of my fondest memories of reading Bleach week to week was that chapter when Hitsugaya gets fucking cut in half, and they end on that in the manga.
The best part was running back to school and be like, Sam, did you read it? Yes, I did.
End on that, and it was like, yo.
How would you have felt if they reorganized the way they did the anime and basically he gets cut in half, and instead of getting bullshit, I had a trick up my sleeve, they go back to Yami.
Yeah,
that would have been.
Which they shafted Yami. If we just quickly. As quick as they talk about it in the fucking show, they show him going into Resurrection form.
Okay, that's enough time.
Just like that. Exactly.
He goes from 10 to 0. He says he's been sleeping, saving up energy so he can fight everybody.
Too.
Yes, and that's why he's getting so big. And then he makes the declaration that nobody ever said. Espada, the top 10 Espada are from 1 to 10. They're from 0 to 9.
I feel like it was, who told you it was 1 to 10?
Yes.
They're dumb. And I feel like it was Xyloparo, or not Xyloparo.
I'm pretty sure when we were talking about it, I'm pretty sure it's the guy who shows up. He's part of Grimjo's gang, and I think he's number 11. Where he's claiming he was the firstborn, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's the strongest, because he had that conversation where he was explaining the whole fucking thing.
Oh, is he Xyloparo's brother?
No,
he's the weird guy.
He was part of that group,
Yeah,
but
okay.
that's not Xyloparo's brother. Yeah, I think it's the skinny, tall guy that I'm thinking of.
Oh.
And he basically explains the whole setup where he's like, I'm number 11. Doesn't mean I'm number 11 strong. I'm just firstborn. And I think he's the one who explains the whole system.
Hierarchy, yeah.
And memory's not great. I feel like he's the one that did that.
He probably just didn't have the deets, you know?
Well, he's firstborn.
Yeah, he
I-
didn't know.
good
I would hope
point.
he's got the deets.
I feel like
they kept them out of the loop.
Eisen's just like, hey, it would be really funny if this dipshit just keeps going around fucking. So if they're 10, that's the lowest in the Espada numbers.
Yeah, and you can tell, like, I feel like Eisen is fucking around because then, we also get this episode, we see Barragan, and Barragan is doing release form talking a lot. And he's like, oh, well, each of us represent da-da-da. And then we find out that Eisen has specifically, I guess, assigned them, or they've just claimed them.
He's like, your emptiness over there. Yeah, you're kind of emo.
Oh, you know what? Ulquiorra kind of talks about not having a heart a lot, so I think he's going to be empty.
Why did we think he was despair? They gave despair
you know
to
what?
the fucking
they have a
worst
whiteboard
one.
and they're like, okay, Ulquiorra, what is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them fit really well. Other ones, it's like, not so much.
It was Noitora that pissed me off the most.
He was
despair.
He was despair.
But he doesn't make sense. But I guess
But I guess for Noitora, if I was trying to be a tight Kubo, Tite Kubo, I know, please commenters.
Yeah.
If I was trying to be a defend the line, explain that. I guess he is so overpowering, he would lead you to despair.
Yeah.
And he talks about. I do believe he did talk about how he used to love like raiding the villages, like when they were looking for vassal warriors. And the despair on their faces, like before he would kill them, like that. He loved that look.
Yeah.
So I do think,
and he's like uncuttable. So I get that.
He's got the strongest
I do think there is some, and it's like Barragan just gives away what Starks is before he even does anything.
Yeah.
I mean, the
people
whole
need to
season,
shut their mouths.
He's a lonely boy.
But he didn't talk about his. He's just like, Stark is over there, and he's
like,
solitude.
Yeah,
fuck you.
His is loneliness, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, well, that's kind of a spoiler.
Yeah, and then you know why? Because mine is, what is it?
I don't even know what word he was saying.
I can't use the word, but it's age pretty much.
It's like Silagon or some bullshit like that.
It is stupid.
They couldn't just say time. It was like, he was like, oh, it's this convoluted word. It means time. I'm like, why can't we just say time?
And he was so much cooler before he said that.
It's not like we picked a special word for despair.
Yeah, or no.
It's not like we went to the synonym finder and was like, let me figure out what I could find here.
But he did. He's had a long time.
Fucking old people, dude. God damn it.
Literally, I looked it up because it was bugging the fucking. I was like, what does that even mean? And everyone's like, oh, here's what they all represent. His is just old age. I'm like, that would have been fine.
Yeah.
But classic boomer mentality, you never say how old you are. You just say
there you
it
go.
represents a higher thing. Fuck that.
Did you guys know? So obviously, Soi Fon is the one that fights him. I think everybody can remember the classic matchups to the Espadas. Soi Fon is the person fighting him with Omaeda. They really, and I don't think you can attribute it to the ability of Barragan.
Okay.
They have really slowed her down. Really incredibly.
She was supposed to be super fucking fast.
Kyoraku seems like he is incredibly faster than her. Incredibly.
Yeah, she would die against Stark, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
She'd be dead.
Like, for some reason, chill captain, Shunsui, just hang out, have a good time. He is incredibly fast.
I'm cool with him being on
when he's
par with her.
when he's sober, he's fast. He hasn't been drinking.
He's so fast. And it's like, for some reason, Soi Fon has decided to just go to snail's pace.
But they do say that when he enters her zone, it slows down time.
But only when they're close.
It's only a close
it's
combat
specifically when so she literally has to be about to kick him in the face.
Oh,
and it
that's
slows
why.
down just that split second.
And then she needs to have a jet propulsion on the back of her leg to kick faster.
It's just like, I don't know. I get for the combat reason why they're kind of like slowing her down. But I don't get the person whose speed, like, if I was just off the top of my mind being like, okay, I'm going to rank captain in terms of speed, it would be a toss-up between Soi Fon and Byakuya.
Yeah.
Because they were both
Agreed.
trained by Yoruichi.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
So-
Yoruichi would be fastest.
Yes, Yoruichi would be fastest. But I'm talking about just captains, like, currently. Those two would be immediately my go-to. Those two are the fastest.
Yeah.
But Kyoraku seems insanely fast.
Like, what fucking Stark does the Sonito and it's buzz, 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 buzz.
Yeah.
Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
that was
and
dope.
he's like, yeah, I can keep up with that. That's
Yeah,
pretty
and
cool.
then he also teleports underneath him in Seros, and
Yeah.
he still gets away. He shoots the bajillion Seros as he's dodging all
and
of
they're
them.
just having a normal conversation.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It's crazy.
He's like, this isn't fair.
I would also say new contestant in Super Ungodly Fast is Ukitake because they can literally switch with each other.
Which both of them are cheating bitches, by the way. I just want to throw down the gauntlet. Fuck Ukitake. Fuck.
So you're saying
Shunsui, cheating assholes.
you're saying only because Lillianette was not even a fucking combat.
Yeah, so here's
ready?
what I'm saying. So Stark specifically explained how they were originally one.
Exactly.
They are one. And he's like, instead of putting my power into a sword, I split it into another person, and that's what makes me unique. So they are, for all intents and purposes, one.
Okay.
Okay, they came from one person, they just split into two, and now they're going back into one person. So they're one person.
So when she talks to him, what are you considering that?
They could have two personalities.
Yeah.
So you think it's
What would you say
He was
Onigyeto is?
he was
Onigyeto has two
lonely.
heads. Is Onigyeto two
He was
people?
lonely. He talked to himself.
I was gonna say it was a Stark talks to himself. I
But
wasn't
yeah,
trying to come at
yeah.
you. I was just like, oh, that's his.
But
like,
I'm just saying,
thoughts.
for all intents and purposes, it's one person. They came
Yeah.
from the same
Yep.
person. They just recame.
So is that even
It's
a
one
resurrection
person.
then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would say okay
Because he split
'cause
his
he's
power
coming
into
to-
a
Yeah.
different person
Yes.
instead.
So
So-
they're all at their level, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's officially a whole person at that point. Like he's
Okay.
like boom, and then fucking Ukitake comes in and is like, well, they're fucking two people.
I was
so-
memeing on her all day. That's not fair. You took her away.
Yes, it was like, what the fuck? It's like my asshole is like back the fuck up, dude.
And I would say those two together are fucked up. Like that's not
Yeah.
the team you want to get
Yep.
comboed.
No.
Well, even Stark is saying like, you guys are kind of fucked up. And it's
Yeah.
He's like, I thought you were chill, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, Kyoraku got fucking nasty.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what he was up here, and I remember that he's down here underneath Stark about to slice. I'm like, how the fuck are you doing this
Yep.
shit?
Yeah, and he's like baiting Ukitake, and then they're baiting each other. That's why like Stark is like, he's like, both of you guys are much more sleazy than you let on.
Yeah,
It's like you're not
fucking
who I thought you
sleaze,
were.
man.
But I do like. I don't know if it's
They're
because
greasy guys.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's because Kyoraku started it first, but as soon as Wonderwise shows up, it's like fucking Kyoraku is about to slice Wonderwise, and I like his look on his face. Like this is the first time
he
I've
was
seen
pissed
him
because
mad.
actually
Wonder Why
upset,
shows up
yeah.
and fucks up Ukitake.
Stabs right through
now
him.
it's a 3v2, and that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't remember
Doesn't
that.
feel good, does it, Ukitake? Dumb bitch. Enjoy the ground.
2v2. 2v2.
We see that fucking get spoiled at the beginning of the
Yep.
episode,
Yep.
and then like halfway through, I totally forgot. I'm like, how the fuck is it just Kyoraku versus Stark?
Yeah.
And then you
Then-
see blah, and I'm like, oh, that's right.
Yep.
But fucking Stark just shows up and glacks him in the back, and it's like,
Deserved.
okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Deserved.
I was like, badass.
he deserved it.
He point blank.
Kyoraku tried so many times to do that to him. Deserved. So enjoy the blast of the back.
I also did like though, because they don't really. I know they kind of allude, or they say it's because they're one, but they don't tell you like why he's so protective over Lillianette. But I
part
like
of
that
his soul.
like as soon as Kyoraku like looked at him or looked at her, he's like, oh, I'm gonna have to fucking kill
Yeah,
you.
Kyoraku was
Yeah.
playing games.
Yeah.
He was playing games
Just
big
like
time,
his
which,
fucking
you know,
sword.
So if I
part-
stabbed her, what are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
part of his Shikai, so it matches, but he was playing big time
Oh.
games.
Yeah, he was kind of an asshole, man.
Yeah.
I was like,
I never
nah.
think about that.
yeah.
They could have both not fought.
And it's kind of bullshit. Like, I wish, because so much of this fight between Stark and like Kyoraku and then eventually Ukitake as well, is he just wants to see his Bankai.
Yep.
He's
Yeah.
like, yo, is like, let
You
me,
and us both.
I was like, let me see your Bankai.
Can
And
you
he-
release your Bankai without using it?
I don't know.
I think
would
you can. I mean,
imagine
Renji's-
because his is weird, right? Because
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
talking about it, it's a multi-staged thing.
Yep.
So surely he can use it and then not, or I don't know if his like once his starts, it's already got locked in. Like,
Yeah, Tight could just be fucking. We're gonna write it in every time.
mm-hmm.
Look, he shafted Harribel. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Who shoved Owl?
Tight.
She's back.
She's back.
Oh come on.
She's back.
yeah.
No, that is
Wonder
not-
Why screamed. I'm pretty sure she kicks his ass.
What is Wander Weiss's ability? Like,
He's meant to, I think, to take on.
Extinguisher.
okay,
take
so
on
that was
Captain
my
Commander.
understanding too. I meant specifically, sorry, that what is this? Is the scream doing anything, or is he just cracking shit with his?
He did
scream?
that before, right? He did that at the very first time
I do
he showed
think
up.
he has
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yelled like that before, but is it an ability? Like, is he
I
doing something with
think
that
it
scream?
is.
Is he like rejuvenating them?
I
Like,
don't
what
think he's
is-
rejuvenating them.
They-
I think
they-
he like freed them pretty much.
Okay, but what was Barragan doing? Not being on fire now?
He couldn't see. There was too much smoke.
I guess just hanging out. Like I get because
He just
Barragan
sat
for
there.
no
Yeah.
reason like was just hanging out in the smoke.
he might
Maybe
be
he was just also
regenerating.
playing
I don't
games.
know. Yeah.
And
Oh.
then same thing with like if clearly Harribel could just seem like she could get out. She didn't seem like she's damaged at all.
Yeah, I call bullshit that any other time you're trapped in full complete ice and you shatter with the ice. But
Well,
she,
Hitsugai's ability was bullshit from the get go.
Yeah. Fucking.
Like what
yeah.
the? And she's like, oh, he's like anything the snow touches is gonna make ice form in the. And then it doesn't touch anything else, I guess,
he
except
touches
for
the
fucking.
floor and it goes up.
But what about all of the town? What
So-
about everybody else? He was still fighting over. He didn't.
he was
move.
fighting right
He was
over
still
them.
fighting right next to all those people.
But
he
he's
just
Bankai's
suddenly
weaker
decides he's
now.
gonna do it.
no, I think he meant was like, oh, I can control when it's not in Bankai, I have control over it. When it is, it's like, oh, it's a massive thing.
When it's lower in but he said like when these 100 flowers bloom. Did you see the shit that came from the fucking hole? It was bajillions just flowing down, and it was like...
It seemed very selective for being very dangerous. He seemed to be able to fucking show where that was going to go.
What the fuck? So him, fucking him and fucking Fujikujaku, who has that?
Yamichika.
But the people with the flower bankais and Zanpakutos need to fuck off. As soon as my flower blooms, you're dead. Like, shut the fuck up.
Hitsugaya did kind of steal that. I don't know what his problem is.
It looked cool. I'm not going to lie. But it's stupid as fuck.
But, like, it clearly doesn't work. Like, if it's like, because he was like, oh, when it blooms, you're dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, they bloomed a long time ago. She seems
fucked.
fine to me, but it's like, I don't know about
just froze and she turned into a hot popsicle.
I liked the back and forth, like, your power's my power, and now I'm getting stronger. And then Hitsugaya has terrible shouting for his voice actor.
Yes, the dub voice actor on the shouting is bad.
You can tell it's like, this is not within the range of my character, like me designing this voice for
they just turned the volume up.
Whoa! Yeah. And he just like, I did it, guys. And the fucking Jose brought up too, and you brought it up later, the flowers were never a thing until he wanted them to be a thing.
Yep.
It's like, hey, do you see these?
We're talking about the petals behind his back, by the way.
Sorry.
So, they just seem to not exist for most of the fight, and then
they reappeared.
Perfection right behind him.
And then when he needs to be particularly weakened, he's like, now that I'm less than half of my petals, I can...
As you can see, they're gone.
I can do this. It's like, that's awfully convenient when it seemed like every other fight you've ever been in, you were very concerned about the petals.
But what was weird was in that same episode, he did not have them the whole time. Like it
wasn't until that later half. Yep.
All the ice, reformed his wings, then goes up, and then he's like, now that I'm weakened, I can do this. And it's like, what the fuck?
He gestured over his shoulder.
Yes, thank you, Jose. Wow, good to see some of us are learning in this audio podcast.
I see.
Let me also help you. This is going to help Sam later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Josh breathes out of his nose into the mic, dude. I get triggered every time. Did you just move that back down?
Yeah, he did. He went.
Josh.
He went.
It's instinctual.
Hit you in the face, dude. Oh. There's so many times, a little bit behind the scenes talk, where I'm editing and I'll be doing, whatever, just listening to it. And I'll hear like, I was like, what the fuck was that? And then I gotta go fucking mute all of the audio tracks to figure out who did it. It's always Josh. So I don't know why I play the guessing game, but it's let me just double check.
Is it literally the positioning of the mic?
So when other people are talking, Josh will do like this and breathe out of his nose into the top of the mic, and it will like reverberate into the mic.
I am reenacting the
it's like a rumbling noise, and I like it hits my ears, and my ears like, what the fuck just happened there? It's like,
just like Sam, you edit these like by watching like Twitch stream or doing something, and you just let it play in the background. And you're like, oh wait, there's a disturbance in my recording.
It's like, what the fuck?
I mean, it's not a bad way to do it.
Yeah,
no, it's a good way to do it, but I mean, you would probably go insane if you had to listen to it intently and just sit there watch us go through this every time.
I usually have it on by itself, and I'm just playing Bleach Brave Souls.
Working,
which I have 4,000 orbs in, by the way.
My fucking god, dude! I just got to 1,000.
I don't even know what that means, and I know it's a lot.
I'm vibing hard, dude.
All right, all our extended Bleach boys, like, what the fuck, right?
Well, I have a lot of orb sources available. My average screen time, by the way, so iPhone will tell you what your average screen time, 5.5 hours a day.
Jesus, Sam.
I have to say, it's really fucking funny. So I'm the only one of the group that does not play it, and so when we watch Bleach,
not a real Bleach
these two are on the other couch while I'm laying on one passing out. They're playing Bleach Brave Souls because they've kind of seen and watched all this, so they're just kind of get refreshing courses. And I see Sam just full intent going in there, and Jose, did you do your dailies today?
No. Did you do your guild quest today, Jose?
That's different.
And it's like,
I know this bitch doesn't do them.
I didn't do today's.
I
did him yesterday.
He doesn't do them. This guy, dude. We're fucking top 20. He's slacking.
And it's like, guys, we need to be coming over for Bleach Boys tonight. We got to watch all 6 episodes. We got to fucking record after. Also, Jose, I swear to fucking God, you're not doing your god.
I see this guy on late last night. I don't know what time it was, Jose. Maybe 1 o'clock. I see you playing Bleach Brave Souls because I got friend points from you, bitch. And I'm like,
what the fuck?
I know damn well you ain't fucking doing guild quests.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting there trying to go to bed.
3 tickets?
And I'm connected to the Weebs Guild fucking Twitter account, and Sam and Pythes statues are just fucking slapping back the whole time. I'm like,
we were
what?
showing off statues.
I thought so. It's
He has
I don't
figures
know.
too?
Yeah, well, he was still showing me cool statues. There's some cool Bleach statues.
Well, I don't know. You respond, so
Yeah.
I'm like fucking Pythes is needy as shit right now. I'm just getting fucking 7 messages at a time. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Put it together. I'm like, oh, they're just having a fucking girl combo over there. Fucking hell. You guys have been consumed.
Hey, I did a great Twitter post the other day
Let's hear that shit.
So they posted that the next banner for Bleach Brave Souls is going to be all a bunch of movie summons. So it's going to be like Rukia with a scythe from the movie we just watched.
sick.
Which, I feel like is the coolest one. But they're also going to have, and I can't believe I actually want it because the game makes me want to it, is Christmas Momo. So she gives you bonuses for doing a quest. So she has like a
I
special
never thought I'd hear
feature,
you say you wanted Momo.
and she gives you bonuses when you use her. So everybody's like, when you go to join the lobby, they're like, Christmas Momo or I'm closing.
Oh my god.
So
So is that why you're blowing 4,000
yeah,
orbs?
I need Christmas Momo. I'm not gonna blow 4,000. I'm probably either gonna do 5. I'm probably gonna do 6 steps.
I don't even know what that means.
Dude,
Just
guys.
go to 10.
No, I don't know. 10 was half my orbs down the drain, dude. So, and I need to say, but there's this legendary banner that's supposed to be coming out. Apparently, that the people,
I got real lucky last one. I got 3 of 5 stars in one pull.
yeah, it's supposed to be some novel banner where it's like I guess has a couple of the Kenpachis in it and Don
Oh.
Kanoji.
Oh.
So everybody's really talking this banner up, and there's no proof this banner exists. Everybody was saying, "Oh, end of month banner, end of month banner." And
It's
guess
the
what
end
we
of the
get is
month.
the fucking movie characters. Okay,
Yeah.
so y'all memeing out there big time.
I think anybody in the hype gang, like if you're in like certain Reddits, it's always the same thing. It's like, I want this to happen, so you just tell everyone it's going to happen.
But I got them good. So they tweeted out about the movie characters.
Yeah.
There were a lot of tweets already because I was a little late to the game, and I was like, all right, let me go ahead and chime in here.
Swing.
And I said something like, it's so good to see that we're getting closer to the bottom of the barrel of characters we could add. That means we're this much closer to bounce. I was like, let's go. and then I'd see and it got a ton of likes.
I love it.
It was so good.
Everyone on Twitter is going to be like, oh, God, it's the bounce guy
I
again.
get quite a bit of hate. It's
Yeah.
like surprising.
It is kind of funny. Every once in a while, I'll just go onto the Twitterverse and I'll look up the Weaves Guild, and I'm like, what did Sam do recently? And I'll just go through and like it, and people get like vitriol is coming out of their mouth.
They do.
They haven't said to go kill yourself yet.
No, not yet.
But it'll happen.
Yeah, we're getting there.
But I feel like there's people that see those posts and like instinctively have like a knee-jerk reaction. It's like, that fucker's going to be in there.
Well, I don't understand why. Like, there's no reason to not want them to be added to the game because they would be new characters.
Yeah.
So like, so many of the banners, like a lot of the ones we've rolled on, because obviously we just started playing really intensely, like recently, are all technically re-releases. Like, there's stuff that have already been to the game. So why wouldn't you want new characters added, which would be like new
Way
orbs?
better.
That's
Yeah.
admitting failure, admitting something that existed, giving it a name.
Like, one of the tweets I did too was like, I didn't even know what it was about, but it was like, oh, that's cool. But it'd be cooler. It's 2,100 orbs when they add all 10 of the bounce. You know, it's
That's a good point.
It's like, that would be really great. And then somebody was pissed. Like, oh, fuck you. I'd rather them add fucking Ichigo and Byakuya again. It's like, yeah, okay, relax.
People want to die on weird hills.
Yeah.
You especially.
Someone was like, they're not going to add bounce until they add these 2 iconic characters. And it was the Ichigo from the Byakuya versus Ichigo fight, apparently.
So half face?
Yes.
I thought they
and
had
then,
that.
then just base Byakuya from that fight as well, I guess is what he was talking about.
So wait, base Byakuya doesn't exist?
There's multiple base Byakuyas,
Yeah.
but I think he wants the Byakuya specifically from that fight.
The one that's all bloodied?
Where it's all bloodied. I think he specifically wants that one. I just spotted him like, oh, yeah, that'd be so cool getting another 10th Byakuya and Ichigo, and then I cut out halfway through, put a sleeping. It's like, I don't know what people, like, add something new. Like,
I
don't know.
agree. And just for completionist's sake, just like have all
It
the
does
characters.
make no sense that they have all the other characters in the game from all the other fillers, except for the mod souls, which are in every fucking filler arc ever.
Oh, that's right. We don't have them.
Do they have Enryu and Genryu?
They do.
They do.
They have
Oh, come the fuck.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know if they have them as characters, but Ririchio's for sure in it.
Okay.
And they are in sub stories, like they're
Yeah.
like a part of it. So
But they're you can
they're
talk
like
to them.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. They have a little
Because
bit of
they
a
have
story.
like sub stories of like the soccer match and stuff.
Got
So
you.
and they're
they
part of that.
redo the whole
Yeah.
bit.
That's I'm fine. So are there some characters that are just like that besides them?
No, almost every character that is like
I
a
mean, we
boss
got
you
Lolly
can
or-
get. Almost
Oh, wow.
every character. You can play as fucking Cone. Like,
Yeah, you can.
Why do we not have the other mod souls? What the fuck?
I don't.
because they were
They're
part of the
funny,
bound
too.
arc.
Yeah,
I
they're
like them.
great. Like even like if like I don't know if it's Nova or Noba. I don't know.
I call him Nova,
but the teleporting guy's cool.
Yeah.
It's like he's really cool
with the red hair.
Yes,
yeah.
it's like he's awesome. They should at least add him to teleport around.
That would be cool.
But it's like, nah, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna fucking do another Ichigo Byakuya. Don't worry about it. People love that. They'll just fucking buy that forever. Which I think is really what it is. People will buy
sense.
Ichigo and Byakuya to the fucking end of time. Same thing with Hitsugaya.
Yeah, they can't. Do you think
Older Hitsugaya would be dope to have.
Do you think now is not the time for the game to do it? I don't know how popular the game is.
So my
It's really
understanding is it is
popular.
coming to its anniversary this July. I think is when it has its anniversary, and they usually go pretty big for the anniversary. So that's when we got
save
like
up.
the cool versions of Byakuya and Ichigo, where like Byakuya has the white angel wings behind him.
I like that one a lot.
That's when we got those, and they do like really cool, unique characters. So I don't know if now, like I think now should be the time. There's fucking nothing else coming out.
Because I was gonna say, if people are concerned about losing like players, if they're worried about players leaving the game because the fucking bounce got added for like I don't know how long they stay, then like you would want to do it when you're most popular.
Yeah.
So that you lose only like 20% of like a bajillion
Well,
people.
my understanding is, at least from what I've seen from playing, I think we played actually a couple months now. It's just flown by. But I think they do a new
started in
banner every
February.
week.
Yeah,
I
pretty
think they
much.
literally do a new banner
So-
every week. So there's no reason that they can't just slide in. Like, heaven forbid people miss 1 week of a summons. If they do new banner every week and then they last for 2 weeks, so they're like constantly rotating out,
Okay.
And there's no reason that they can't do that. I don't understand.
So I mean, from what I've seen, it's only like 3 characters they release per like banner, right?
They will
it
sometimes do
depends.
much more.
Like this
Oh,
last
okay.
one.
Because I was gonna say,
Yeah.
just get it over, throw all the fucking bounce in there, and just maybe
they
give them
can
out
totally
for free.
do that.
Eat 'em.
So like the last re-release banner they had like almost like a big chunk of the Quincy characters, a lot of them.
Yes, they
There
did.
were like fucking 7 of them in there, and then of course they had Kyoraku for 1,000 Year Blood War, and then Komamura
And
and
Nanao.
Nanao. So they had like a ton in
That's
there,
cool.
where they could easily do that. It's like they could totally do that. One banner, bish bash boosh, get that shit out.
Here's what you do. They should take a lesson from U2 and just free install. It's on your fucking game. You have all the bounce. You have all the banners. Then
So
you never
I
want
did
to talk
see
about
people
it again.
saying that they think they should add them to there
Sub-stories?
are a premium ticket summons, which
Oh, where
just
you have
adds
to-
into the general
yeah.
pool of like filler stuff. So sometimes
okay.
they'll have like why you think there's 3 is they'll have like 3 feature characters, and then they'll have a bunch of filler shit that'll they'll throw in
okay.
there that are just always available. So people have suggested for like, add them to the game, but add them not to like a special banner.
Yeah,
They
don't
don't
make
want to
them
waste the banner.
except for
Because
Karia.
we
Yes.
get like the
And
premium
Kane.
tickets every now and then.
Yeah, and that's where you would pull that from, which would suck, but I would be okay with them at least getting in the game if that happened.
And what would you do? Say they add bounce. What is your Twitter approach?
I
After
did
this?
it, boys. I did it. I'm the winner.
It's like in anticipation for the Mounting Mouse, we will be watching the Bount arc for 24 hours. It's like come join.
Oh,
Oh
God.
God.
We're
That's
gonna
all
do
you.
a rewatch and dub, a rewatch and sub, and then maybe in different language.
Oh no.
I would say every time they post, it has officially been 1 week since they've added the bounce, and I am still happy.
Fuck
Mission
this guy.
success, baby. So maybe I'll just like forever respond like thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, you guys are the best.
I think that's a fair way to go.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
just pay homage to the people that never paid attention to you.
Yeah, I just need to get them on a live stream. I gotta get them when they're doing
K-Lab?
that, so they can't run.
You know, like I get, obviously I get why you do this. It's funny. What concerns me in the back of my mind is you're going to become a celebrity that I don't want to be associated with. Like we're going to get shoved
Josh
into
is
the
gonna be
limelight.
like, "Oh my God, aren't you the friend of the guy who likes the
Please,
the
no,
bounce?
I don't know him. I don't know him. But you like and retweet every time he says something. I'm just showing support to a guy with a
So
strong
you're not being
cause. I don't live with him, I swear to God. Like, it's just, I that's what I'm concerned
Hey,
about.
bounce guy.
I just because I think sometimes they play co-op, so I get into their co-op lobby. My name is already Ad Bounce, member of the Bounce Boys, and then the system is done. It's done.
Do you think they would see you jump in and they're just like, fuck, he's got it? If they haven't seen the tweets, they're just, this guy has got a fucking rock
Someone
solid.
from K-Lab has to have seen the tweets. Like, come on,
They're probably giggling. They're like,
you can't ignore them all.
He's the like
Just keep-
accountant.
just keep doing it, Sam.
Or no, the assistant to the like main Twitter account, and he's just like, "You go, buddy."
And
One day
I
when
know
I take
for
over,
a fact that
he's like,
there's
he's gonna be
also-
the Wendy's guy. Like, he's
Yeah.
like, if this gets 1 million
Yeah.
retweets,
There's also people on the Reddit that are like every once in a while we're like, oh, what characters do you think they should add for like the anniversary or whatever? people who are not me, by the way, they're not my alt accounts, and they're going, they should add the bounce.
Yeah.
And I see it, I'm like, hell yeah.
Every time they do that, just link
orbs?
one of your fucking tweets and be like, I'm fighting the fight for you.
Yeah, so good. But who knows what they actually read? I don't know what. I know they have a Discord, and I'm in it. K-Lab employees almost never respond to anything. So
yeah, they're about as good as Funimation.
Yeah. I think they don't need to. Like, I guess there's certain companies who, like, they just like, fuck it. We don't need, like, community guy out there.
I mean, it makes sense. They're so big.
They took a lesson from Diablo.
Yes.
They just say really exactly aloof. No one knows.
Hey, we do still put out updates. We swear to God, this wasn't pre-planned.
I mean, they really do put out a lot of updates.
I just got an update this morning.
Yeah, they put out a lot. So, like, they do work on the game a lot. But it's like they just have decided, like, nah, we're not gonna. No community, please. Yeah. It's like, keep that to yourself.
That's fair. Because I mean, like, you can argue that a community will like kill its own game pretty quickly.
Very much so.
But it could also support the game very quickly, like a lot. But I mean, you have the anime fandom to already be doing that, so I guess you don't need it.
Yeah. Wow. So. Do we want to talk about any other amazing things?
Sure. I forgot. So I didn't think Aizen broke out of the fire until after Stark was defeated.
Same.
But I think I am thinking of he does not do anything until after Stark is defeated.
So he just wanted to see.
Yes, I think that's pretty much.
Hello?
I am pretty sure Stark does not enter the fight, or not Stark. Aizen does not enter the fight until Stark is defeated.
Yes. Until all the Espada are defeated, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So who?
Stark's last to go down.
Yeah. Is he really?
Yeah.
Wait,
last to go down.
Doesn't he attack Harribel?
Because he has to be. Wait, Stark?
Oh, yeah, you are right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. So Stark loses and Aizen attacks Harribel. You're right.
Yeah.
Why?
She turns on him.
That's right, but why?
Talk no jutsu, I think. So.
Well, Barragan, he goes after him.
He dead.
He's just He gets put in a box and then.
Oh, well, he figures out, I'm going to die, might as well take Aizen with me, and he just...
Yeah.
Does he pull an Okiura and just fade away before he gets there?
I don't know.
No, I think he just straight up blows up.
Don't remember well enough, but Aizen fucks him. I mean, what can you expect?
So
he flicks his hair in a different direction at that point.
And then everyone just fades out on that side.
Oh, they also did the callback to the giant creature.
That's what I was about to ask.
Being the eye at the very beginning when he first betrays everybody.
So
he's got his toe fingers or hand fingers. How
are those
like
faces?
Menos? Yeah, Menos faces.
Oh, so is that just a Mega Menos?
I don't know if they explain it. I
Maximenos?
imagine they do.
Maximenos.
But yeah, it does seem like it is like
right.
an amalgamation of a fuck ton of minnows that are not the regular evolution.
What does it do? It opened its mouth for a second, right?
It blew the
fire away. Yeah. Yeah, that's all it does. I think it gets destroyed pretty quickly.
I think Mashiro kicks it and blows it up.
Yeah, because they show her kicking something in the groin, and it looks like that.
Yeah, but man, the payoff on that is not worth it.
Oh, really? Because I don't remember it at all.
Yeah,
like
so when Aizen very originally when he betrays them first arc, and he gets sucked up into the thing, the Garganta opens with a bunch of Menos in it, and that's when you first see the eye behind it.
Yeah,
and they're like, "What the fuck is that behind it?"
That's why.
And
Komamura
this is the first time we see it, and Komamura's like, "Oh, it's the eye."
Well, but then you get Kyoraku, who is just unfucking shattered. He was just like, "What is like? Oh my god,
almost
what's
shattered
coming down my face?"
Yeah.
And fucking the only time Captain Commander opened his eyes. I feel like he is the basis for the whole show. If he's got his eyes open, shit's about to go down. Yeah. If not, he don't give a fuck. People are dying.
He kind of side-eyed Harribel when Harribel was saying she's going to come after him next.
He's like,
did he really?
Yeah.
He was like, you can try it.
But then, Hitsugaya was back up. Was like, yeah, what up? Was like, just kidding.
He continues to stroke his beard. Excellent, my child.
I hated how it's like, oh, I created a clone, and then his clone, who looked exactly like him, turned into a sheet of ice after. It's like, he went from perfect 3D sculpture to I am flat boy.
And he doesn't give any sort of reason for, he's like, I can't use this again. It was like,
he's just like, sorry.
Why? It's like,
explain yourself.
Why can you not use that again?
Also explain why Kyoraku can't use his
pedal. He wasted a pedal doing it.
His one pedal that is supposed to be decaying the whole time.
If he could have explained, like, I can hold out the pedals longer now or something, like I can prevent them from showing up.
I think he does say that at some point.
But they're
not now, though.
Normally they should be there the whole time and they fade away slower, not... Hey, they appear.
Every other fight that he's been in has been an entire, I only got this many pedals left. I need to hurry. And like when he last had his big fight over Karakura Town, when he first showed up, he was very intensely like, oh, I don't have that many petals left. They better release Gente Kaijo or whatever so I could do it.
Also, did you guys think it was stupid when they talked about Gente Kaijo in these episodes?
No, I think that's great.
No, it was.
I thought like we were all under the impression that when all the fucking captains show up, we're just not using that bullshit.
Yeah, but that was like to cover your bases.
But that's also us under the impression that they're like, because they entered the human world, they're like, oh, they're still restricted.
Because when they came in the first time, they said no matter what, like everybody's under Gente Kaijo has to not like fucking destroy everything, which is kind of self-explanatory in itself that they wouldn't have it this time because it's not real Karakura Town. But then it's still like, just so everybody knows, we're going to rule out the explanation. They're not under Gente Kaijo,
because the people in the fucking comment section are just like,
please no one ask me, are they under Gente Kaijo? Thank you.
So what you're saying is Omaeda is the representation of the toxic culture. I hate him. He has established himself as something you're
pretty toxic, so
I physically am revolted by his character on screen.
Well, say you don't like the people you're similar to.
Oh, you know what? I hate looking in the mirror too. But
Omaeda was pretty like
he had good moments.
Admirable.
He was very helpful.
Yeah.
Like he was the most helpful he's ever been.
He did what he was supposed to do.
But Rangiku is a better fucking lieutenant than him.
No, you're just attracted to her giant chesticles,
Why
dude.
is Rangiku a better lieutenant than him?
Like, she constantly is out there ready to fight. She gets a fucking hole blown her. She's still like, oh, okay. Like, she was out there. She's like, I'm going to fight. But fucking Omaeda's just like, you know what I'm really good at? Talking shit and running away in the other direction.
Omaeda literally blocked an axe cut from death. Okay? What did Rangiku do?
Wait.
Lose to Fracciones.
3
What a
Combiney
fucking
boys.
Loser.
Okay, all the other
I'm not saying
lieutenants.
Rangiku is bad. Like, she's great at what she does, but Omaeda showed his true colors right now, though.
Okay, the first time he went to show his
He's
true
also
colors.
apparently just fast Soi Fon because he's outrunning death. So
we talked about it. She gets her arm broken like double twice.
Aged.
And then when she's flying away, clearly with her legs way behind her, Death just somehow comes around, sneaky boy,
what
and
if
touches
she's
her left
running
hand.
like Naruto style, like arms flailed out?
She was.
Yeah.
But she was flying.
Yeah, but like, the arms
but
still
it's
flailed
still a
behind her.
different
She was just
angle.
Like this.
Yeah.
Like literally like this. I'm sorry to do this for the audio audience, but literally I'm just
He looks like a
forward.
seal, but like has his arms back.
That's how you would honestly think that's how she was
No,
flying.
I'm just saying her arms are flailing, like behind her.
But you don't think her legs were further back.
No, because
they
you
are,
like
yeah.
lean almost.
So
No,
you're
no,
saying it's
they
like
are.
this.
I'm not saying that. You're
Oh.
trying to put literal Naruto run in the air. I'm saying that her
I
arms.
did.
I
He
said
did.
that.
I'm saying her arms are flailing in the air.
It's
And
just
Death
what got
just
caught.
happened to touch that
It's just
first.
what got caught. Mist is different. It doesn't come at you from the bottom.
Fuck, fine.
Listen,
okay.
I agree. It should have got her foot, but it's
Yeah.
like they just like picking on the fucking left hand for some reason.
And
it
then
could
we
be
also-
stated that Barragan likes picking on her because he could have fucking killed her multiple times.
Well, his release is arrogance, right?
Yeah.
That's the name of his sword.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that
Jose knows in Spanish. So
I was allowing him chasing after Omaeda purely because he was just being a fucking dick. Like I
mean, he did the same to Soi Fon. Why would he
Yep.
grab the same arm twice? You could argue he's
But-
doing the same fucking thing.
He was so much cooler before he released. I gotta say, like he would just show up and tap you on the shoulder, like it's okay, pal, you fucked up,
Yeah.
and then you just teleport it out.
It's a cooler look in release form.
Very much so.
But it's a cooler, I don't know. It's kind of more fucking with people. It was
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm going to slowly cause your bones to break. Hope you enjoy that.
I think he was scarier. Like I get, like you just insta die. Like in my opinion, when you see him in death form, he just, I can kill you. Whereas like that was just like he would just teleport.
But you
up
don't
next to
insta
you.
die because it slowly chews up your fucking your flesh.
Yeah.
Like they
That
had to
was
cut off
fun.
Soi Fon's arm.
Why didn't her bones go away?
I don't know. I don't know
He
why.
said it
Because
made
rock, but rock fades away instantly. So does
Yeah, I don't know
shards
why the
of glass.
bones, but like his bones don't fade away.
Yeah.
So maybe they just
personal
So
preference.
bones is what you're
Preference.
saying.
Yeah.
So we just need a bone type character to slash through him with a long
Yeah.
whip.
Our wrong cars.
Renji?
Renji would be perfect.
Renji's the guy.
yes.
There's a lot of good counters for
Zabimaru.
people that they didn't use. They should have done some sort of a swap, a swipperoo.
Yeah.
They kind of did that with Ukitake, where he's like, "Yo, I'm clearly better suited for Star." But it's like they clearly could have switched, like Sasakibe would have been perfect
for Harribel.
Harribel.
I hate how everyone calls her Halle Bell. It's not just like her team.
Yeah, where it's like lightning to water. That would have been perfect. Like she would have done one move, the lightning would have just traveled up her water.
Whoa, we don't need him to do that. We
Yes,
have
we
fucking
do.
Hitsugaya who can also control weather.
Yeah,
and
but
apparently
snow
perfectly.
and ice. That's useless.
But he does the exact same. It's just the weather. Why
But
is
we
controlling
need,
of
we
the
need
weather
electricity.
immediately storm clouds?
We need electricity.
I don't remember storm clouds being super dark and then it snows. Like I think it's a totally different vibe.
I don't know. It gets pretty dark when it snows.
Really?
Yeah, it's like raining.
Weird.
There's clouds.
I can count the number of times I've been in snow on one hand, so it's like
Same. We're not the resident experts actually as Californians.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they could have done some better matchups on that.
I agree.
Why bring the whole team and then just decide to run your 1v1
I bet they
to
also
the
didn't
ground?
know what each one did.
But there's not saying you can't just switch.
Like just bring the whole squad.
Like once you figure it out, switch out.
It feels like the play, but then the dickheads would be like, "Hey, I'm switching out too." So you give
you don't see Yamamoto hopping into the fucking Harribel fight because that's just a bad matchup. Like, sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
We clearly
matchup.
said that Hiromaru was not strong enough to go up against like Yamamoto though, and that I would feel like Ice is much
maybe not
more.
now, but
I mean, Hiromaru is the strongest ice and snow type. So
why is it that? Why can't it just be ice?
I don't know.
Ice and snow. Man.
I feel like they had to bring out the snow part just to justify him making it snow and then turning into ice. Like,
I would have been okay with the little fucking beads of glassing and ice.
Salt Bay little thingy.
If he did, like, he had a big chunk of ice and it exploded, and technically it's still ice. Like, I would have been cool with
hail.
that.
Like, why did it have to? Why did
he uses a hail technique? It fucking shoots.
Like, why did it have to be snow?
I feel like the reason, like, am I going back to like the general topic of that fight? The reason she got shafted is they realized, oh fuck, we're literally going to snowball these fights back and forth for eternity. Just pull some ass backwards bullshit out of Hitsugaya's, and then she can't counter.
Harribel only really did like fucking 2 moves, by the way. Like,
she was fucking broken before she released.
Dude, her super Sarah.
And then the fucking waterfall thing, and it was like, wow, that's really creative, Harribel. I can't.
And before
remember
that,
her blue wave.
Ola Azul.
Yeah,
it was.
She was not very creative. Meanwhile, Hitsugaya was pulling out a new technique every time he fucking needed one.
Yeah, it's like cool.
You can clearly tell which one of them is a clear fan favorite.
Yeah,
because holy shit.
Also, I did not remember that Hiromaru like took over his arm like that.
Yeah,
and he made the little fucking sock puppet.
It was so stupid they kept showing that.
Yeah,
it's like he grabbed his hilt with his dragon hand at one point. It's like that would not be able to grab shit. Like,
and
it's got teeth. It's got teeth.
It looked like when he did that, it was Hiromaru was about to talk. I was like, oh, this is gonna be unique, and then just
use
sock puppet.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, he was cool when we were younger.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think he's kind of cool.
No, definitely not.
I mean, his older form.
Hitsugaya is on my list of characters that I wish would have died.
I'm starting to like Soi Fon just a little bit more.
Yeah.
I hate her Bankai, and I mean, I know she does too,
Yeah.
but I like that fucking mental prep she does.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool, I got to have a fucking ace bandage on me ready at all times because this shit will literally blow people back.
It's like, I don't get... So there were a couple of things, like we were watching the the Omaeda fight and all that shit. I was like, nobody tried keto. Nobody tried keto.
And then he fucking says, I'm not that good at it. Holy
shit. They do try it, and then he doesn't actually ever do anything and just runs away. But then also, Soi Fon never tried her Shikai, and I understand she couldn't really hit him.
Yeah.
Which is like what they're like, oh, he keeps slowing me down. But it's like she never even attempted. Like, it's not even a try.
I feel like she could have just gone in with the hand, because she was going with feet technique the whole time just to like clock him. But if she just if she sees his hand coming, she just and points her fingers towards the center of the hand.
Yeah, exactly.
He grabs it, bam, first
Do you think she could take her Zanpakuto off?
Oh fuck.
Because it's like a hand.
Yeah,
thing.
but it's also around her wrist too.
Yeah, but can you take it off? Everybody else can.
I got you. Omaeda cuts it off.
Yeah, so but it's like, so Omaeda can clearly, like, a lot of the other Shikais are just also swords, and they can take theirs off.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, can she, or like, do Shikais, like, if Omaeda was to grab his Shikai and hand it to somebody else, would it immediately go back to being a regular Zanpakuto?
No, I think it'd still be activated, right?
Then why doesn't fucking she give her Shikai to Omaeda, and then she could like
just put it on the spike?
She could be the bait, and like no one's gonna expect anything from Omaeda.
Exactly.
You gotta be very precise, Omaeda. You gotta get him.
If I was Barragan and that fucker hit me with his thing, and it turned out that double tap fucking McGee was on the end of one of the spikes, is like, I would have let it hit me.
Because he was blocking Omaeda's thing a lot. Like, what if he threw it? Like
exactly,
or like he duct taped it to Omaeda's Zanpakuto, and then when he blocked it, it flew off and hit him right.
I've got you a dream team you wouldn't even fucking believe. I get a guy who can shoot 1,400 arrows per second, and on one of those arrows, little sappy boy.
Yeah, that thing seems perfect.
And then when it fucking hits, it falls off. Another one of the 1,400 hits the back of that thing and goes right back into him.
Oh,
and
very
I can guarantee you, or you would be like, I calculated that.
I knew you would step into that.
I fucking hate that show. I'm starting. We talked about it too. If we had to watch this weekly, I would fucking neck myself. Like I am.
Yeah, it's a long boy.
There wasn't. It wasn't just that it was like a bunch of long episodes that really didn't go anywhere. They just
even the first
repeated
episode we watched today.
constantly.
Remember?
Oh yeah.
Nothing happened.
Nothing. Sam was like, I feel like nothing happened.
The problem is, and we kind of talked about this when we were being downers on the Ulquiorra fight, is Bleach fights are a lot of talking.
Yeah.
A lot. And it's a lot of exposition, a lot of back and forth, like so much.
Let me tell you my philosophy
Which
on life.
is cool. It's cool to see, but like there's not a lot of payoff. Like the Barragan stuff, he looked dopey. Like Barragan looked really dopey running around, and like he's just like, oh, yep, I'm coming. Hey, don't mind me. And then it's just like the one fight I thought was very good was the Stark fight. I thought they were going back and forth a lot, and that was kind of like a clashing of the same people. But even like the Hitsugaya and the fucking Harribel fight,
Harribel.
they were both going back and forth, basically just, and it came to the end of the fight where they're like, we both know what we're trying to do here. Who's gonna go first? And it's like, wow, I'm so glad we could waste all of our time.
2 episodes.
There was one point in the Hitsugaya Harribel fight that was actually kind of cool, and it was like Hitsugaya was flying around trying to dodge her like shooting cannons.
Oh, you mean the animation of it?
It looked good. And then
he was actually flapping his wings.
Yeah, and it went to, I wonder what she's doing. And I still don't remember what she was.
So
she led him, right?
She didn't lead him. She was trying to fill up the area with water because she wanted to use all of the water. And Hitsugaya was waiting for the same thing because he can use the water to turn into ice. And that's when they were like, hey, we're both trying to do the same thing. So who's going to go first?
Wow. I did not pick up on that.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
Technically, he could use moisture anywhere, right?
That's what he said. Why wouldn't he just go for blood? Like, that's just so dumb.
Oh,
yeah,
like
the human body.
Like Harribel, I don't know. She doesn't ever really go into like, can she control any water? She kind of says the same thing where she's like, oh, I can do that as well.
Well, she controls piss. That's the only way she's doing the yellow attacks.
Okay, thank you for that. So she could easily do blood as well, and it's like I don't understand. Or it's like Hitsugaya could freeze the blood, like, and then you're done.
We need a super R-rated version of Bleach where shit just gets like snappy real fucking
like
quick.
I just want Hitsugaya to slash somebody, blood comes up, and then it freezes.
Yeah,
that'd be so dope.
Take
Sub-Zero can do it.
Yes.
Oh,
take a fucking book from that.
Yeah, that would be sweet. That would be really sweet.
Cool. Oh, and then you could get Omaeda to do Scorpion.
Yeah.
Get over here.
You're right. He'd push you away.
I'm on board.
So what we need is a Bleach Mortal Kombat game.
Yeah.
I think that's what we need.
Well, I think all in all they were good episodes. You know, I like the Espada fights. I really do. I
love the Espadas in general.
Coming up, we get to see the Visors get absolutely wrecked. So that's
gonna be
they
get like a whole episode, I bet, of like being cool.
I believe so. I believe you get like an episode or two because then it's like what Love and Rose break off and do their thing.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the next batch.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
I do have to say though, I know obviously Harribel gets rewoken up. I was kind of pissed that she was the only Espada that got fucking wrecked. Without a Visor showing up because we know how Barragan goes.
Barragan got the same treatment. He got the same treatment.
Yeah,
I don't think he fucking. I think he survived that. I think he was just chilling in the smoke.
So did Harribel.
Yeah, she was just frozen.
If fucking Hitsugaya would follow through, or Komamoru would just be like, "I got you, homie."
You can say the same thing about Harribel, by the way. There's one point where she slams him on the ground and she just watches. That's when we were joking about him trying to pick up the sword with the teeth. Like he's on the ground, fucking squished, and she's just watching.
Yeah, that's when he's completely exhausted all his energy.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just feel like if she's been in a pillar for like the last 30 minutes, Komamoru just gets big, stab, and then we done.
Well, there's a lot of like an example. The episode ends where we're talking about Ukitake gets fucking roasted, and then same thing with Kyoraku. Double tap both of them. Just end them both. They're both on the ground. Double tap both of them.
They're right next to each other. Stark just does the fucking machine gun.
Double tap them both.
It's
like call it a day.
Yeah, the meteors.
Like, and it doesn't make any sense for Wanderwise to not do it. He doesn't. He's just kind of going around all aggro.
Yeah, he does whatever he
fucking
wants.
take him out.
Why did he pick Ukitake?
I wonder that as well.
I'm pretty sure he just went to help out Stark.
Because I thought the same thing. When he went straight to Ukitake, I was like, why did he specifically pick Ukitake?
I think you could tell that it was like a perfect match for him almost.
I would say it's because Stark was the only character to go, Wonderwise. And Wonderwise is like,
friend.
Oh my God.
It's like, gang. So,
I thought that was going to be his Fraccione, the fucking big boy.
The big boy?
Maybe. I mean, I don't remember.
He has a chain around his neck. He's like, come here, boy.
So it's possible.
Yeah,
but you know, it shows that basically Stark is like, oh, it's like Wonderwise is here, so Aizen started waiting. It's like,
I like that.
Yeah,
I do like
cool.
that.
Yeah,
but I'm just, I guess just to go gripe on the fucking big guy again. why is Kyoraku so scared? And then if Jose's right, where fucking
I think
what's-her-face
all of them
comes
have
in.
never seen anything like that before, so they're
Okay.
all confused at what's going on. Because when they saw the eye the first time, they were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And then they see it now, and they're like, "Still, what the fuck?"
Because they got more what the fuck than ever. Yeah.
Yeah. So
would
I think
agree.
that's literally it. Where it's like they've seen pretty much every other type of hollow. Like they've seen it. They've seen the game.
They've
when
seen the
Kyoraku's
billions.
fighting, he's like, "Oh, I fucking used to hit Ceros all the time. Like I
Yeah.
fucking so used to this."
Yeah.
Where it's like, so they've seen it all, and it's like, but that one's like, "Ooh, we have not seen that one."
Do normal hollows have Ceros, or is it just Menos?
No, I think it's only the Menos.
Menos.
Menos and up.
I don't know though.
I'm pretty
not.
sure-
Don't
I'm pretty
quote me on
sure-
that.
I'm
I'm
pretty
not
sure Menos
100%.
and up.
Yeah. What the fuck?
What?
I don't know. I feel like because I remember when Menos was the big thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
big
Oh,
bang.
And it feels like it's still a big thing to see that shit. Like a captain sees a Menos, they're like, yeah, I could kill that real quick, but at the same time, it's
Yeah.
a fucking Menos, guys. So how many fucking Ceros are they dealing with where he can say like, oh, I've seen that?
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I mean, he's been a captain for a long time.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's seen
I did
some
like
shit.
how he's like, oh, Hitsugaya is going to be better than me in like 100 years. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool. Give him
Prodigy
that fucking
boy.
hope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless he dies, so fingers crossed.
I would be worried if one of his pedals fades away.
Yeah.
The last pedal, if he's gone, he's done.
I mean, he is out. It should be noted he is out of Bankai when everybody
Yeah.
starts to show up. So
yeah.
can he
Yeah.
go? Can he hot swap his Bankai? Like, can he like let's say, oh no, I'm
Release and
almost
then
out
go
my
back
pedal.
to
Yeah,
it?
release then go back into it and get
That'd
new
be really
pedals.
dope. Well, then that would be like
Oh.
Ichigo redoing his mask every time.
Which he does.
Yeah. So it's possible.
Yeah.
I also noticed because they gave us the recap of Ulquiorra dying. Ulquiorra grabs Ichigo's sword and throws it to him, and it's his Bankai sword. So Ichigo just woke up from that, and he was still in Bankai.
Okay, so
Yeah, there we
that
go.
just goes to show Ulquiorra grabbed Ichigo's Bankai sword, so clearly didn't go back to
Oh!
Zanpakuto.
Yeah.
So we
I
should
thought
be
that's what you were
hot
trying to prove.
swapping Zanpakutos, baby. Let's go.
I can't quote an anime.
I don't think you could use
I'm
that
so
power.
mad.
Let's
But
hot swap, baby. That's why. But some of the powers are like built into the sword.
Yeah, no, that's
you
what I
know?
mean.
Could you
That's good.
imagine you just take Kazushine and you just remove one of the size and you put Wabisuke.
Yeah,
And you're just fucking
That's a
ending
great
shit.
idea.
Just fusing.
take off
fucking
actually both of
Bankais.
them. One side Wabisuke, one side Suzumabaki or whatever the fuck it is.
Suzumabachi, yeah. And you're a dick. You're the most broken little
You're so
fucker.
heavy you can't even move.
Like
Tap,
if you
tap.
block, you're gonna slow down, and then when you're slowed down, I'm gonna double tap you. So
I hate that.
best of
Yeah.
luck.
Could you imagine?
Yep.
That's
and then
dirty.
you're technically dual wielding. Like
Oh.
we have a dual wielder fighter, so actually take Kazushine, give it to Kyoraku. He's already
Yes.
dual wielding,
Oh.
and then we full send. All right. Well, I think that about covers it. Like I said, Visor stuff next batch of episodes, which should be good for a little bit, and then not so great for them after that. Do
think-
all of
I think we're gonna jump back to Yami.
Oh, I hope so. I'm actually like when they showed the Yami fight, I was hoping we would get all the way up to the point where Kenpachi and Byakuya show up, and then we would cut.
Yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
that we don't.
Also, I have to just come clean. I was making a fucking Jurassic Park joke, for
Yes.
the
Yeah,
last
It was
few
so
sessions.
very
fucking
much
annoying.
so.
And I was like, "Da-da-da," and Sam's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Why are you singing that song?"
He kept doing it every time Yami came on screen, and I had to tell him to stop. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
And then he
Yeah.
released, and it was the full Stompy Boy. I'm like, wait, doesn't he go dinosaur form? And then he tells me, oh, that's from the game. And like maybe 10 minutes later, Sam's like, is that why you were singing Jurassic
what are
Park?
you doing?
And I was so
Yeah.
embarrassed. I just had to sit in my corner and be like, oh, this is bad.
It's like it was so annoying.
But it was like a solid 3 or 4 episodes I would do it.
Yes.
I was like really singing that song
it
in
was
the back.
so annoying. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
But I like for like a week after I was like, oh yeah, because Luis, we said that's Yami.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's the dinosaur boy. He clearly is not very much of a dinosaur as his current
Mm-hmm.
status. But I'm thinking of fucking Yami as a dinosaur going around Stompy Boy, and I'm like, where the fuck did I go wrong?
yeah.
I felt like he would be the fucking Stompy Boy dinosaur, and then Kenpachi and Byakuya show up, and then he goes big form. I didn't know he went right off the bat fighting
Yeah, he
fucking
gets tired.
B-
He gets
B-tier
tired
fucking
of
characters. It was embarrassing.
Oh my god.
And I just want
yeah,
to
you should
apologize
feel
for that.
bad. Yeah.
It was still kind of funny.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Wiki readers, am I right? Okay,
Yeah.
fucking wiki
I
readers.
just, I don't know, man.
All right. Well, on that, Josh is an idiot. Do not watch anything with him. He does dumbass Jurassic Park sound. Thanks
Falls
for
asleep.
joining us. Yeah, falls asleep as well. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe on the video. If you're one of the audio listeners that Josh absolutely despises, please give us a good review and maybe leave a comment. Say Josh is an idiot, something along the lines like that. Don't do any Jurassic Park themes, please. And we will see you guys next Friday for another episode. Let us know what you guys think of the initial Espada fights because they're pretty good. I like them. So we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, everybody. Till then, bye.